Did I disappear? Yes. Am I back? Fuck yeah. Let's get into it. Y'all, I keep making these videos of, I have to explain why I be making videos. They going away, making videos go away. So we're just gonna nip all that in the bud today, and I am back for good on YouTube. So we're not doing a reintroduction. We just gotta do a full-fledged introduction because Jesus, I've been trying to keep up with YouTube for years, but I'm gonna tell you why I feel like I've been struggling. We'll get into that in a minute. So, hey everyone, my name is AK Brown, the Fashion Connector. My platform is really all about educating, advocating, and celebrating anybody in fashion, my fashion students, professionals, entrepreneurs, enthusiasts, those that are just wanting to get into fashion, find their way, find their path, and ultimately figure out what their version of success is. I have been in the industry for over 12 years at this point, and my journey has taken me through various different paths, journeys, tunnels, whatever you want to call it, to land me where I am today. My 9 to 5, I'm a fashion professor here in St. Louis, and then I'm also a fashion entrepreneur. I own a fashion creative agency. I also own the fashion magazine that is only for the Black fashion community. As a Black millennial in a city that isn't really recognized for their talent in fashion, I just try to use my journey to show that it is absolutely possible to have synergy within your life, from 9 to 5, passion projects, endeavors, all that other type of stuff. I just try to use who I am and my journey to show y'all that it is possible. So go ahead and subscribe. I promise y'all I'm not going away this time. I promise y'all, I promise y'all, I promise y'all. I promise y'all. So subscribe, like, share. Make sure to follow me everywhere at AK Brown STL2, especially like on Instagram and TikTok. I'm getting more into TikTok, y'all. I kind of hated it at first. I was being that typical millennial, but now I actually kind of like TikTok. But Instagram is my OG. That's my main platform. But follow me everywhere at AK Brown STL to make sure to stay connected with me, especially with all the new content I do plan on dropping. Okay, now let's talk for real. Fuck the cute little intro. Let's get down to it. I've been inconsistent when it comes to this YouTube long form content. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna hold you. Now, some of y'all may dismiss and not agree with what I'm gonna tell y'all, but this is just my truth. Take it or leave it. I feel like part of the inconsistency for me was the equipment that I had, and it did discourage me on continuing forward because it was just too much for me to try to navigate where my equipment was lacking. So what I mean by that, so I had the Sony ZV-1. I feel like I've talked about this on the channel before, but just for the sake of the conversation, I had the Sony ZV-1, and I know that that is one of the more trending, popular pieces of equipment among the cute, aesthetic vlogging girlies. Cool, I hate it. Sorry, hate that fucking camera. Absolutely hate it. Specifically for two reasons. The low light was trash balls, so I was not really able to vlog the way I wanted to when I was like on location, out and about, especially on set. And those are the videos I'm really trying to give y'all. I'm not fixing the bullshit of the low light when that should be something that Sony just got together. And then the battery is trash balls. Once you crank it into 4K, and I want my video in 4K, it would die. It died while I was trying to do video content for the magazine for our cover stuff like a couple months ago, and that shit's embarrassing as fuck. I did go ahead and invest in some new equipment, and if y'all want, I can easily review this camera on another video, but I did get the Canon EOS R50. I also upgraded the lens, so the lens I'm using right now is the 35 1.8. Even with the kit lens, I am thoroughly impressed with this camera. None of the issues with the battery or the low light I am experiencing like I did on the Sony. I was able to get through a full day of shooting BTS vlog style yesterday with no issues, and the quality of the content that I got is A1 chef's kiss. I'm not even using any additional lights. Okay, no additional lights. Now let's also get into this too. I told y'all before, I hate shooting in my house. My house sucks dick when it comes to light. Natural light in my house is non-existent, and that did go into part of the reason why I hated recording in my house. And I don't want to have a whole bunch of lights and shit in my house. So with that being said, and y'all probably did not know this, but Instagram and all my other platforms did, we moved into our own office, which is where I am now. The office that I'm at has beautiful natural lighting, obviously, as you can see, which has eliminated the need on most occasions for me to have all these different fucking lights, and I could just set up my camera and record for y'all. 3, I've just been really trying to get the magazine up and running, and what I'm going to talk about in one of my next videos, I've been in this space of really trying to figure out what the takeaway is for AK in the next 5 to 10 years. And my good friend Kim, aka the most bomb makeup artist ever, if you're in St. Louis, please make sure to book her, and I'll make sure to put her information in the description. But she even told me that she compares me to Beyonce. Wait, because don't fucking cover me. What she means is that I'm always reinventing myself every season, and I'm always trying to make sure that who I am aligns with what I'm trying to be known as going forward. And she's right. I feel like everything from the aesthetics of my brand to the deliverables of my brand kind of were not in sync. And so I had to take the last 6 to 8 months to really sit down on what I want my brand to be, what that looks like, how does that translate into the content that I'm going to be producing for YouTube or Instagram or my website or whatever the case may be, and then take that and finally start to get some concrete aesthetics that once I'm done creating them, they can last me for the next 5-10 years. And so we're now finally in that process. I am working with an amazing photographer named Joan Fisher, who's here in St. Louis, who is helping me with that and partnering with me on that. I'm in the process of getting a new logo. I'm just in the process of doing a whole bunch of stuff so I can really make sure that my brand is concrete, so I can look like the fashion powerhouse that I am. So really quick, I want to go through what my new, I wouldn't say new, but revamped brand pillars are, and I'm going to be doing a whole video on how to establish your brand pillars, because I feel like it's just a necessary conversation to have. I've kind of already talked about it on the podcast, which I am going to be bringing the podcast to YouTube. So I'm going to do all of my old episodes, just, you know, like the cute little visuals, but then I am going to slowly but surely for season 3 move into a video and audio podcast. So I'll make sure to put all that stuff in the description too, so you can follow on Apple or on Spotify. But when we talk about the brand pillars, and I'll link this Instagram post, the main things that I want to focus on for you guys as far as content here and just content that you'll digest as AK Brown overall. Really PR, media strategy, all that good stuff, especially for the smaller fashion brands or black fashion brands, because with me being a media professional, having experience in PR, and owning a magazine only for the black fashion community, obviously I can help you guys with that. Now, I've talked about this multiple times. I hate personal styling. However, I do want to still focus on the relationship between personal style and branding, and how you can use your personal style to really create this brand persona and open up opportunities and doors for you, because I feel like I've done a really, really good job of that, and I want to teach you guys how to do that on your own as well. Now, fashion business, or what we call, because I actually did all of my branding pillars in cute colors with custom fashion driven names. So this is called the CEO edit, and it's really all about the fashion business strategy. I haven't done a lot of that on this channel, but I think I really want to get into doing that to start and going forward. The orange color, which is what we call fashion theory education. I am so happy to announce that I will be launching my fashion academy at the end of the year called The Academy. Cute, right? And also just bringing into my experience being a fashion professor. I want to focus on fashion education. I do feel like it is very important, and I know that we have, you know, our thoughts on education overall, especially right now, but I do want to focus my brand a lot on fashion education. So if you're a fashion student, content, or just anybody that's looking for like mentorship and additional resources in fashion, that content I do have coming for you. And then last but not least, which I want to make sure I focus more on, I call the standard, which is my blue color. We're talking about Black fashion, how we are the blueprint, how we are the standard. And I chuckle when I say that, but I'm being dead ass serious. And that's been a lot of my journey in fashion, and with a lot of stuff that I've did. Like, I literally had a nonprofit only for the Black fashion community. A lot of things that, like, initiatives and goals and how I'm seen in the fashion industry is driven behind that concept. So we're going to be getting into fashion history, trailblazers, innovators, Black fashion. So if you're into that, very much this channel. If you're not into that, this is probably your time to unsubscribe, because I'm not going to let up on that type of content, because it is absolutely needed, especially now. But I'm not gonna hold y'all for too much longer. I'm just really excited to be back on YouTube. I know throughout all the inconsistencies, y'all still been rocking with me on YouTube. So it's evident that I need to be here, but I'm making sure that I'm gonna be doing the work to be consistent going forward and bringing y'all the content that y'all like within the fashion industry, within your own journey in fashion. So I'm here, I'm back, I'm not going anywhere, and I'm here to stay. So I'm excited. So make sure to like, share, subscribe. Follow me at AK Brown STL everywhere. And until then, stay fashionable, stay safe. That's kind of actually how I end my podcast. So maybe I got to figure out a cute little ending for YouTube. But yeah, I'm out, and I cannot wait to see y'all and talk to y'all really, really soon. Bye, y'all.